Hi y'all, it's Thursday evening, still the 12th of March, even after that other long thing I recorded, 2015, and I have got the coolest story I want to tell you. Just the coolest story. Got all my volumes right, I guess. So it's about 10 o'clock at night. Before I had this knee deal, I was always going to bed about now, or an hour ago or something. Right now I'm off my schedule, so but Chica knows if I'm going outside this time of night, or if I'm going over to the bathroom, which is near the back door of the house, she ought to go stand by the back door and remind me that she's a person too. So that's what we did. It was right at 10. We went outside. It was, as I've mentioned on a few Facebook posts right now, weather's just remarkable this time. This has been a beautiful week here in North Missouri. So it's about 58 degrees now. So I go take Chica out. Walking her on a leash because that little deal I told you about. This time of year she loves to sneak off, man. It's just everything's so interesting. And I don't want to be a slave driver. But I get scared when I can't see her. She's an 11-pound dog. She's mostly white and tan. And this time of year, the owls will eat a dog that big. Cats, I lost all my light-colored cats when I lived up by Rayville because the owls caught them all. So I like to keep her where I can see her, where the owls won't go after her because I'm too close and I'm a human being and I might be armed, or at the very best obnoxious. So I put her on a leash and I go out with her. Well, as those of you who've been riding this ride with me lately know, right now I'm moving extremely slowly because of some recent surgery. I got 3 steps standing out of the back of my house to get her to the yard. And those 3 steps are something that Gloria and I built out of cinder blocks. This is not what you'd call a real high-end mansion. So I'm real careful how I go out those steps. I got my cane. I got Chica on a leash on one hand. I got one leg that won't bend far enough to go down a step, so I have to do all the stepping on the other leg. And it's still not that exciting because it just had a new knee replacement in it December of last year, so I'm pretty slow right now. I mean, I'll be fine, don't get me wrong. was the plan I made for this winter, was to waste this winter so I could have good knees. So we go out the back door and it takes me forever to get down there. And you know, it's like everything else in life. If you just go at it, you'd be surprised how much good there is in everything. Having to walk real slow in the dark and the rough ground. I got a little old bitty flashlight, runs on a AA battery, you know, got an LED in it. So I go down the back stairs and I walk up there and I go out 2 or 3 steps and I got my flashlight, I'm shining on the ground, and out of the corner of my eye I see a little zip, a little motion, about this far, about an inch of motion, right down there on the ground, just about this much motion. Except it's going the other way. Because it's a night crawler and he'd been out about that far out of his hole and the rest of him was down in the hole and he's out snooping around, you know, looking to see what he can find good to eat. And since Chica's had to use this area near the back of the house this winter because I've been too crippled to take her out to dog walk pasture where we usually go to do dog potty stuff. There's a lot of worm food out there. And it's 58 degrees. It's not wet and it's not dry. It's not hot and it's not cold. The wind's barely moving. And I look around and every place I see, I bet from where I was standing I could see 50 night crawlers. And they were out of their cage, out of their holes anywhere from half an inch to 4, 5, 6 inches. And they're every place. And if I don't look at them, they stay there. It's like, you know what an invisible cat is? We live on these farms, you know, out here in the middle of nowhere in northwestern Missouri. And people go by and they dump cats on you. When they first come there, an invisible cat. That's one that if you look out of the corner of your eye, you can tell there's a cat over there. If you turn your head and do like this and look at it, there ain't no cat there, it's gone. Well, that's the same principle these earthworms working on. Especially since I'm carrying a flashlight. And it's got a pretty tightly focused beam, you know, those old these cell flashlights we used to carry when we were kids, they just went flaff and put a little light out there and you had this great big window of light for like 20 minutes and it was all gone. Now we got these LEDs and they're way efficient and I keep that light for a long time, but part of the reason they're efficient is because they just put it right there. Look right there because that's where the light is. We're not going to waste a bunch of it shining all over the place. It's too bad we haven't got enough sense to do that with more of our electric stuff. So I can shine this little flashlight around and I go, whoop, there's a night crawler and he goes, he's back in his hole and he's gone. He was never there. But there's still like 40 of them right over there and I can shine my light on one of them and he goes, whoop, and he's gone. And the other ones, some of them can think about drawing back a little. if I could walk at my normal pace, I'd have never seen this. In the first place, if I could take Cheek out to the dog walk pasture, I wouldn't have this little concentration of small dog byproduct out in my yard. And if I was in better physical shape, if I did have it out there, I could clean it up. But right now I can't bend over. The ground is like way far away. Getting behind this guitar is amazingly difficult. But since I've been limited down to this slow motion, I look down there and I see all those earthworms. And they're not slow. Now you get an earthworm out on top of the soil, and you get him out there, you know, caught after a rain, and he got washed out of his burrow there, and he's trying to make it across the ground, and he's working as hard as he possibly can. And it's hard for him to make any distance. The sun's shining on him. He's completely loose from the ground, and the ground's half of what he is. He's nothing without the ground. But these earthworms I'm looking at, they haven't been washed out of their holes. And the way they work is they hang on to that hole with the back little bit of their body. And they zip out. They look for something to eat. Something might be over there. A little farther. And then somebody shines the light on them and they're gone. It was about the coolest thing I've done with 10 or 15 minutes my evening in a long time. I got to have this earthworm show, and the only reason I had it was because I couldn't move fast enough to miss it. And I thank you for joining me tonight. For the Earthworm Show. Appreciate your company.